What up? What up? What's good, y'all? Nabil Aziz, NabilAziz.com, and Dragon Energy, the Tao of personal branding. Yesterday, I taught you guys the two-step or a stealth list building tactic, and it's basically a reverse landing page, if you will, where you give the people the lead magnet first or the benefit first before you ask them for the sign up. And I'm just creating this video to go through and show you the results of this tactic. And rather than just send you the email yesterday and then forget about it, I thought, hey, why not show you guys live how this works? So what I did yesterday was I tweeted out this tweet. Many of you may have seen it, and some of you are subscribers because of going through this process. You got a few new subscribers yesterday. Welcome. So I tweeted, growing your list by tweeting, you'll run into diminishing returns, especially if you share audiences with others doing the same. Essentially, I summarized yesterday's email on the two-step into a tweet and a Facebook post, and I executed the two-step the way I described. So I'm asking people to let me know if they want it, and then as soon as they comment, I private message them or DM them the Google Doc, all right? And once they get the Google Doc, they come, they read the Google Doc, and if they get to the bottom, then there's a secondary call to action where I ask them to subscribe to my mailing list and to put an additional sort of hurdle in the way. Yesterday I spoke about putting hoops for people to jump through. Okay, I put an additional hurdle to jump through by making sure that the landing page I sent them to has another lead magnet, and the lead magnet should be relevant to the type of people that you want to attract. Now, my lead magnet is not so specific; it's a little bit general, but in most cases, if you can be specific and targeted with the lead magnet that you offer for the people who have to sign up for your mailing list, then you're going to get highly qualified subscribers. So they read this Google Doc about the two-step. They come to my landing page. I ask them to watch the video, and then they're going to sign up here. And just to show you, I'll show you how many subscribers I got in a few minutes, but I just wanted to go through sort of the results of this experiment first, and you'll see why in a minute, why that's relevant before I actually share how many new subscribers I got. All right, so here's the tweet. It's got 311 replies, 14 retweets, and 217 likes. Now, about half of these replies, I'm not sure if the reply counter is counting the unique replies or it's counting the unique replies plus sub replies. So my own replies to those comments and any additional replies under. Now, what I do know is that I have basically been DMing about 300 people at various points in the day. Just look at my DM list, right? All of these people, and I actually went through and counted them this morning just to give you an accurate a number of how many people actually bit on this tweet. Okay, so there are well over 300 people on Twitter asked for it, and then let's take a look at Facebook. These are 100 comments. I'm pretty sure Facebook counts my comments as well. So about 50 people asked for the two-step or being asked for the document on Facebook. Still, it's amazing engagement, 101 comments and 41 engagements. And then obviously I DM people the document, which you can see here. Yeah, all of these people DM'd. Counting them all up, this morning I was at over 300 people. Now, let's take a look at how the numbers look for the tweet. So now this is actually a really high performing tweet because most of the time my high performing tweets get boosted by bigger accounts. So for a tweet of mine, and I have a small account, I'm only at 7,700 subscribers, and I've added over 100 subscribers since I posted this tweet. So that's another sort of another metric of success. So just from one tweet, I added over 100 subscribers. So this tweet has almost 100,000 impressions on its own juice. It hasn't been retweeted by any big accounts. So like I'll just show you the retweets real quick. Retweeted by. Yeah, none of these accounts are big except for my buddy Jose. Jose retweeted it. Jose has quite a few followers, and that's the only big account. But I didn't get that many. I don't think that got much sort of response. In any case, still uh, good. A good showing for the tweet on its own. I'll show you what my engagement looks like on average. Yeah. So take a look at this. So these are the numbers for the tweet. Almost 100,000 impressions, 1,500 engagements at a 1.6% engagement rate. Yeah. Here's a pure image picture, and here the engagements are high because a lot of people are clicking on the photo and opening up the card. So this is artificially high. Here's another one that did pretty good because it's sort of controversial and contrarian, but still just 2.5%. So anyway, the good part about this tweet was that it was sort of purely the engagement was purely driven by my own account as opposed to being boosted by a much larger account like Cernovich or Ed Lattimore or Alexander Juan Antonio Cortez, for example. All right, what's next? What did I want to talk about? All right, yes. So now, out of the 300 plus people who I sent this document to, and there are still people asking for it, and I'm going to make sure I get to all of them until this loses steam. I would say about 95% of the people who asked for it, this document it's irrelevant to them. They don't have a business. They don't. A lot of them don't have a business or don't have a list, and a lot of them are they're just in the beginning stages of their list building, so they don't need to use this advanced technique. There are maybe I could count maybe 10 people or 10 to 15 people who message me who could actually benefit from this technique. Now, this shows you a little bit about the psychology of people in general and people online. They're just relentless, just blind consumers of information. Um, so one of the benefits of this two-step strategy is that now if I had put this document behind an opt-in, behind a landing page that people would have to give me their email address to read it, I would have gotten I would have gotten less people interested in it, because they didn't have to, they would have had to opt in. And two, I would have gotten a lot of people, a lot of irrelevant people, a lot of the people I said who this document isn't relevant to sign up to my list. And those are low quality subscribers for the moment. Not saying they're going to be low quality always, but at the time that they subscribe, they will be low quality. And when you're building your list, you want only the highest quality subscribers. And those are the kinds of subscribers that are most likely to buy your products and services. So giving this document upfront, giving them the benefit upfront, it's sort of like lending money to a person that you don't like, because if they give it back to you, okay, fine. But if they don't give it back to you, you've gotten rid of them permanently for a very small amount, a very small cost to your part, right? And this is not to say that the people who I gave this document to are, people I don't like, but at the time, about 90% of the people are people I don't want on my list. And let's look at how many people subscribed just from this activity. So there were 12 new subscribers yesterday, April 17th, and 7 new subscribers today. That comes out to about a 6% conversion rate from the people reading the document, clicking through to the landing page, and then entering their email address and clicking submit. Now, I'm surprised it's this high given the fact that when I described in the two-step, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hoops for these people to jump through. So I made it extremely difficult for them to sign up, and still I got 19 people to subscribe to the list. I mean, and a lot of the people who requested the document, I mean, not a lot, but a few people who requested the document were already on my list, but that's an insignificant number. Still, now I'm very certain that the 19 people who did subscribe to my list are highly engaged, highly qualified, and I'm going to be able to get them to buy my book Dragon Energy at some point down the line if I continue to deliver value up front. Let me take a. I actually posted this on LinkedIn as well. I wanted to show you um, the difference, the huge difference in reaction on LinkedIn. Now on LinkedIn, I have substantially less of an audience, maybe about 300-ish people. I used to have about 1,500 plus, but then one day I just manually went through and basically culled everyone that was irrelevant because I had been gathering connections for like 6 or 7 years that I've had this LinkedIn account, and maybe like 95 or 98% were just totally irrelevant. Same tweet, okay? Same tweet, just 2 likes and no requests for the document. Now, I've tested this two-step technique on LinkedIn before, and I've had a little bit slightly better results because I had a much larger audience, but it was about the same. It was really shitty results. Right. Now, today I'm actually just after showing you now describing to you the results of this marketing experiment, I want to teach you another technique, which is uh, creatively called the three-step. And the three-step is essentially this. Once I've executed the two-step, now I am going to pitch you another thing that you can engage with, which is I'm going to